Hello, gamers. Welcome to some Premier League Season 6 draft. My name is Gamer Destroyer. I am brought here by my boy Jason.
Boom, boom, boom. Three booms in the chat.
Super excited here for another draft, another Summit Premier League. New faces, a lot of new drafters this time around. I think the only people who have drafted a team before are Otigator, Asteria, and Gar. Everybody else, new face, new drafters. Pretty exciting. Um, Jason, any people you're excited to see get taken off this board?
Yeah, this is a very exciting split once again. I think what I'm some personal people I'm interested in seeing. Piek performance. I think this is, I believe, if memory serves me right, this is Gumby's CLOL ADC. So excited to see another top level ADC. Blobfish in the mid lane. I think extremely good player. And Nightmare making a return to Summit Draft. I'm excited for probably these are my top three, and I think maybe two Easy's return in the top lane as well, actually.
Yeah, mid's too easy, but top's too hard. We'll see how that goes up there. Be careful with the Cassidon top. Maybe a little Aurora. Just gonna bring
He's
out the
about to
mages
default.
top lane. Just eat up all the tank players up there. All right. We got I won't back down on the board. Gonna go ahead and start the draft.
Do you just manually add them in here? Is that how this works?
No,
Just like copy and paste it over.
no. The assistant commissioner Pai Pai is sitting behind the scenes.
Ooh,
Uh,
W assistant to the
so
regional manager.
the picks get typed. Pai Pai sees them. He inputs it onto the draft control board, and then it pops up for us.
Got you. Wait, did that trade actually get denied?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. There
Okay.
there was a trade for draft picks, and it's already been denied. It looks like we got our first pick. Maybe if it'll
Should
show
we
up.
talk about it before we see it on the thing, or are we just waiting for it to see it on the thing? I imagine.
No, wait till it pops up.
What do the numbers mean? The numbers to the right indicate their point value. Um, Essentially a slightly subjective but peer-reviewed value system given based on elo performance, many other things.
Yeah, mostly rank. Um, a little bit um goes towards like previous summit performances as well. Actually, quite a bit does. First pick gonna be Gumby to nobody's surprise. The
Really not
challenger mid
surprising.
laner goes to I won't back down.
The only 0 point on the draft board, someone that absolutely dominated last split. You know what you're gonna get. Also, just really fun to be around as well. I think great team player. No surprise at all. I mean, just a phenomenal player.
Yeah, super solid coach too. So I
Yeah.
think grabbing Gumby as like kind of a coach too is gonna be a pretty solid pickup for won't back down.
And then correct me if I'm wrong, but as far as the question, is there points cap per team? I think every team has to meet a minimum point value
Yeah,
by round two, and then as well at the end.
yeah. So after two picks, so the captain and two draft picks, the team must be at 29 points, and then at the end, after all four picks, they must be at least 57. Um, that midpoint kind of ensures that 29, yeah. So that midpoint just kind of ensures that it's not just a regular snake draft where we're just ripping off the top for pretty much every pick. And we're going to see John Dye pick Biddy, a Masters jungler, I think Biddy is a at least one trick.
Let me pull him up. I don't actually don't know this guy at all, but I'm just looking at the rank. Seems to be at the highest elo jungler. It seems
I
like a
might be wrong.
mass exodus of high elo junglers as compared to last split.
Yeah.
We'll
Quite
see
a.
if he can
Oh
fill
no,
that
I'm
gap.
thinking of somebody else. This is not a the at least one trick. I don't think.
See, oh, he did not link his op.gg in the sign up sheet. That's good. That's good.
Yep, that's good. That's good.
Naturally.
I got it pulled up. Quite a bit. Diana, Skarner, you know, Belveth, looking nice. Pretty solid performances.
Oh yeah,
Hit
Dynamax by
Masters a couple
Belka.
times. First
Yeah,
time in season 2023. Split
it's
2.
like a
Hit it again in
solid pool.
2024.
Yeah,
Yeah. And
pretty good
then
variety. Plays different things.
Tate, not me. Gonna go with never saw uh, another incredibly dominant mid laner in Summit. Um,
Yeah, another not surprising pick at all. I think she went. I want to say she went first overall last split, if I remember correctly. So I mean, just another absolutely dominant mid laner. You know what you're gonna get.
yeah.
Phenomenal performances. No surprise really.
Little bit of a surprise that somebody signs up to be a drafter as a mid laner and then off the rip drafts a mid laner that's better than them.
That is actually very interesting. I don't know who is Tate. Is this a new person coming in, or is this a name change?
Yeah.
Or
We have a friend of Midzy
got you.
going right
Yeah,
there.
no, very. Yeah, that is actually very interesting. A mid pick and a mid because it's interesting seeing as the drafter their roles and seeing who they want to pick, especially first round. So obviously jungle you want a good mid, mid you want a good jungle, and we pretty much see that up to the first two picks, and then
Yeah.
third's a bit of a curveball. But I mean,
Ooh. Nico going over to X-Ray. Holy.
Nico, a solid pick. I think despite having a pretty disastrous team season last split, I think he actually had really good showings in the mid lane when he swapped back. Um,
Yeah.
just a strong player. I think his peak is a bit higher than what he might show. It might be unfortunate, but I think his point value is not too bad for what you get. And I think he's also a really good coach and just a good asset to have on the team all around.
He knows the game very well. Super willing to work with people.
Yeah,
Crazy we're seeing just top 3 mids just ripped right off the board.
it is interesting considering how many mids there are to just getting the best you can get. I would think you would want to pick the low density roles first, I'd imagine, just because, so you don't have people off-rolled, but
hmm
I guess people just want to get the best people off the board first.
To a shocker to absolutely nobody, OT Gators picking up Owen here.
Yeah, not surprised at all. Obviously, for those who know, they play quite a bit together. I think they've known quite some time. Jungle top duo. Actually, no, Gators looks like roll swap into mid this split. I know he's been picking a
Yeah.
mid a lot more, so actually not jungle, likely at least. So interesting. Strong two solo laners.
Yeah, Gator said that, he was a mid laner before he was a jungler. I know he hit his peak playing jungle, but it doesn't seem like he has fallen in elo at all since switching to mid lane, so
And has
could
not
be.
had the success he wanted in jungle, I believe, the last couple splits. So looking to maybe switch it up in the mid lane, make a little
Yeah.
impact. In a highly competitive mid pool, it seems like the split.
Yeah, the mid pool's kind of crazy. I mean, it always has been. Um,
Yeah, for sure.
and still in great summit fashion, the skill discrepancy in in top lane's absolutely insane. So picking up Owen is just like, hey, we get a free solo lane winning.
Yeah, just absolutely gonna dominate. He's pretty much guaranteed to play like 3 to 4 off-rolled people as well. So update, I went back down, 2 went back down. He dropped the high. That's funny.
He did drop
Wisteria,
DI.
did he actually?
Yeah, yeah.
Interesting. Um,
Oh,
Asteria coming in.
picking up Pipe Pie.
Ooh, another
Okay,
mid laner.
another mid laner.
As As an ADC, I personally find that a bit weird. Maybe they have already prior history connects and everything, but you would typically see an ADC, pick up one of the top tier supports just so they can get dominate their lane through that way, especially being a higher tiered ADC Asteria is.
Yeah,
But
I mean that just like doesn't historically that's only worked one time, having like a high rank ADC and a high rank support, and then
that
the
is
rest
true.
of your team being a little bit lower.
So you just get a dual carry threat. I could see that working. Bottom mids, very strong roles for
Mm-hmm.
carries.
Holy. Oh, that pick's crazy. I did not anticipate this next one.
Versus said, I hope nobody
Once in a
gets
pop.
drafted. 1v1 for Nexus with the captains. Yeah, just waiting on the next pick here, but good to see Asteria coming back. I think he took a break last split, right? So,
I think it was like two or three splits that he hasn't
yeah.
played, and he really hasn't been playing all that much League. He's been playing a lot of ooh, is it Tekken or is it the other one? I don't know. Some fighting game. He's doing well in it. Bronze Cena getting picked up by Sai,
The
locking in
GOAT,
that top
okay.
laner, the 13 point value plat player.
This is why I like to see picking out from the low density roles. I think unless people are set on getting a fill player, I think we might start seeing some of these lower density ones start getting panic picked once they realize the pool is getting extremely smaller. I think was Brunson. I think Brunson and Syra on the same team last split, if I remember correctly. I don't remember, but
N no. Wait.
no, Brunson. I forgot which team Brunson was on. Regardless, very
Bronze Cena
very
was on the
strong.
Gauntlet,
Okay, yeah.
right?
Very. He showed his worth last split. Going against higher elo players, another carry
Oh
threat.
yeah, yeah.
And Psy being a high elo themselves actually almost forced to pick someone lower. I think the highest elo draft if I'm looking at it correctly. So, kind of makes sense to pick someone in that more middle range.
Yeah. I was into. Is that set up for size? I need to. Okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Loco, I don't know if that long ass message is supposed to be a pick, but
But yeah, his pick at the end. His last two
let's.
seasons jungle his last two junglers have been regular seasons MVP. I think me and then more no Sprinkler were his two
Oh,
juggles.
yeah,
That's funny.
yeah. That's funny as well. Gix going over to Loco.
Is that the
Poco.
guy that was on your team when you won?
Yeah, yeah. Season 2 champion. Gix making a run
Okay.
back. Uh, hasn't played in Summit since taking home the trophy. Crazy good jungler for like his rank. Like knows how to tower dive very well. Plays all the like Sejuani and like anything that you need, they'll just like go in and make the engage. Crazy good
It's good to see.
fiddlesticks too.
Love seeing returning players after little breaks.
Mm-hmm. Too easy going over to Lord Tubbyton.
Uh-oh. E-Girl Tubby with another dominant pick in the top lane. Love to see it.
Ooh,
Too
hey,
easy making his return, swapping lanes, top too hard. Exciting to see this.
top too hard. I mean, if you got Tubby and Too Easy as your two solo lanes, that's pretty good.
Oh Lord. Tubby it looks like he signed up for support.
True,
So I
true,
don't
true.
we'll see though. We know he's been practicing mid. I think he's playing mid in another server.
Mm-hmm.
So
Oh, this
very interesting. Oh,
this just in, Giggs
but,
is a two-time champ, also won season La Liga
oh
season
wow.
4.
So this dude, he knows how to win.
He knows
So
how to win.
you cannot deny that.
Gar is in the middle of a a, a scrim.
Gar is in a scrim at the moment. I was in his call just before this, so
I'm
that's
just gonna bing him so he knows.
I yeah, that is
It's
how
too
much time
funny.
does he have? He
I
is
mean,
actively in a
he's in a
scrim.
scrim. I'm not gonna give him 5 minutes. I think I know who he wants to pick actually.
Worst case,
Uh,
I could drop into his call if we need. Just ask him real quick.
yeah, you could do that.
Okay, let me see.
Yeah, I think I know who it is, but I don't want to get friend groups mixed up or assume that he was going to pick a friend or something, and then now I'm auto drafting for somebody making the wrong picks, and that's no bueno. Bring the stream to the scrim. Yeah, interrupt. What was it? Is it Blaze that's playing right now? If you haven't, or soon here, a lot of sub esports competitive teams are going to be playing in Titan Esports in a bunch of their winter split leagues. Going to be pretty exciting to see a lot of familiar faces grouped up. Nebula, that's right, Team Nebula. Also got Blob Blob, Comet Cruiser, Gar. I mean, team stacked, and they got Midzi as a coach. So I mean, GG easy. Oh, that's so funny. Oops. Ah.
Okay, I think Gar sent you his picks,
Yeah,
Gilly. You
yeah, we
said,
got
yeah.
it.
I feel bad. I pretty much interrupted their scrims in the middle of like a team fight. Just kind of ganked them there to get that out of them. But
That's so funny. Okay, I believe these two picks put Gar at 28. Oh wait, yeah. So he's doing a little bit of a -1 off the 29. He is going to have to pay that back at the end. His team total is going to have to be 58 rather than 57.
so so he doesn't actually have to hit that beforehand.
You can go two below, up to two below.
Okay, okay,
Yeah, so like you can go like 27 and then you're
got
pretty
you,
much paying it back double because you have to get to two above. So
got you. So
some
you pay back
people,
double at the end.
yeah, well, not really double, but yeah, if you go -2, then you go +2 at the end. So
Oh, okay.
or -1
Oh,
+1. So gonna see
oh,
foreign
okay.
guy
So
and
that's
boss
not too bad.
jungle or boss JG.
Lost JG. So what I was just told from Gar is this I think is a duo that came in and was actually told by Gar if he was drafting that he would look to draft them. So kind of a duo package. Luckily they didn't get sniped out beforehand.
Mm-hmm.
Looks to be a pretty high-ish elo too. Duo, especially if they have prior history, it could be really strong.
Yeah, I mean, I've always been in the mindset that like a team of all like mid to high diamonds would be a pretty damn good team in Summit. Just like not really having that weak point,
Yeah.
but like no team has like really gone full like middle of the road with like all their
Hmm.
picks. Holy Tubby, Tubby's ripping it. Loco, you gotta stop with the
Look,
long picks.
also look who spelled myth wrong.
He spelt myth wrong. Ayakben getting drafted by Lord Tubbyton, putting him all the
That
way up to 38.
Damn, that is a good sleeper pick. I think he played two splits ago, one split ago.
As a sub, yeah.
Oh, he subbed in for a game. Looked to be just a solid low elo ADC. Kind of what you would want to see out of
Hmm.
one. So
Giving
a
Tubby just
good
a
low elo
ton of
pickup.
flexibility
Yeah,
with the rest of their draft, and then Goblin getting picked up by Loco Poco. Liking the way that team's shaping out
yeah.
so
I
far.
think I think he's kind of covering solid ground at all points of the map. Goblin, an extremely strong pickup. Honestly, a little surprised he's not a first rounder. Just I think he's a good asset to have on the team.
Hmm.
Just really strong individually. Good pickup.
Rob and Gix on the team again. We know what happened last time they were on the same team. Big old championship ring. That is. It's always nice when somebody comes back after a break and then they get put onto a team with like a familiar face.
Yeah.
That makes the transition back a little bit easier. rather than playing with four people you don't know very well.
Just brand new people. Yeah, it's good.
Hmm.
It's good.
Yeah.
Waiting on Sai's pick now. So Sai sign up for support, but we know they can play mid at
Can
the
play
very least, and
anything.
probably
Yeah.
other roles. Yeah, I really see probably any role, but
Yeah.
so sub top. Interesting to see what they would look here. I would assume they would pick up one of the top tier jungles. I think would be my vote. That way you kind of just a strong jungle sub duo can really take over the map. Um, Possibly even maybe one of the strong ADCs. I'm not sure if their point value allows it. I don't think it does, but get a really strong bot duo win there for Sai. Uh, Interesting to see what pick comes out next.
Definitely. Oh, I meant to copy something. That's so funny.
I think they
Um,
they have to pick up someone. I think minimum 12 points if I'm reading this correctly,
yeah, minimum of 12
or
points.
14. No, 14. Well, I guess 12 if they go whatever -2 under, but 12 to 14 points minimum. Uh, which leaves you get solid jungle and bouncy.
Evil
Comet
Pancake
Cruiser.
Kitty is Woof Woof or
Yep.
the other name.
Kittler. I just call him Kittler.
Yeah.
Uh, Solid jungle. Let's see, we got mid lane. We have still some really strong mids open, actually. I'm interested to see this middle six guy. I don't think he's actually plays Fiddlesticks, but cool name.
No,
Um,
that's the guy. That's the middle sticks. He only
that's
plays middle sticks mid.
Wait, is that actually him? No
Yes.
way.
He got him to sign
Okay,
up.
that's insane. Okay, well, so I don't think they have the points to pick him, but Blob, Cisco, I think Harold, another really strong mid laner. I think he also goes by Blizzard Bear. Um,
Oh yeah, yeah, he did go Blizzard Bear. Yeah.
Solid mid laner.
A little tough when people like go by like one thing on Discord or and then like
Yeah,
another thing with
like different Discord name, then league name, then like
and then
Twitch
like two
name.
varying like
Yeah.
names. Ooh.
And especially when they're like completely different too. There's no, and then their real name they like to get called by, which is also completely different. Like, it's always a mess.
Yo, we got Garrett going over to Size team.
Very interesting pick, which essentially locks in, I'd imagine, for Sai to not go support.
Yeah, it might be
Um,
Psy AD
that
or
would also be
mid.
very interesting.
I don't. I
Yeah,
mean, I feel like Psy is just gonna like figure out what they can't get towards the end,
pretty
and then just
much.
ride with that. And then Sunshine V, a 26 pointer, Silver 4 peaker,
Wow.
going over to Asteria.
Okay, the lowest r- tied for lowest rank slash PV player in the no second most. I guess Dragon is the lowest,
Second,
but
yeah.
lowest support at least. I'm not sure the lore on this guy or gal. If Asteri knows him beforehand or he just wanted to
Asteria
pick
does know
someone.
her. Yeah.
Okay, so that makes sense. Pick someone you know could be good
Kind of
value, got
helping
good
them like
synergy.
helping introduce them into like a competitive league. Um,
Okay,
this looks like the 65
S-
PV Asteria
that
mock
is
draft.
so Asteri's now at 44 points. Now he has two players that just need to be combined.
To
What was that?
equal
13 points.
13. Yeah.
So I mean, but the
That's
only
just
problem is
picking off the top.
once we get to those ranks though, or to those rounds in the draft, all the top tiers are really going to be gone already. So
Yeah.
he's almost guaranteed to go to be a very high point value team.
Yeah, it's. I mean, we'll see. It doesn't look like anybody really can take just like off the top for the rest of the second round, but we'll see if anybody will like really bank on like some of those high PVs being available at the end. Um,
Yeah, and the issue is like pretty much the top two lowest PVs left are both in the roles that he has already picked for as well. So
ooh,
it'll be
what a
I
pick!
think
What a pick! Get it up there.
let's
Strand
see it.
going over to OT
Ooh.
Gator, pairing up with Owen.
Goat pick. Honestly, feel kind of bad for Strand for having to play in here on this team, but hopefully he brings the vibes that'll keep this team mellow. just very, very solid lower eload picked ADC. If not one of like the pinnacle of what you'd want a low elo player
Oh
in
my
a
god.
specific role.
He's an absolute menace. I mean, we could just show a little bit of damage charts from a scrim yesterday.
Yep.
This is a Stran.
Oh my Lord.
A little bit of a easy win from our boy.
Yeah, no, he's really like that. I mean, he has the potential to carry as like at least as like a diamond level ADC at times. So,
Yeah, I mean sometimes he
interested to see
sees
who he'll
shiny
support.
objects and
Yeah.
loves to run in and see what happens, but if he's on a leash, it goes well.
Give me a Nico Thim team. Oh nah. The Nico Thim versus Gator Owen team would go crazy.
Does he have enough to pick them? It does. Wow, that could happen.
Bigger question, where is Venom at on this draft sheet? And my eyes might be deceiving me, but I don't think I see Venom. I'm starting to get a little pissed.
You know, um, the lack of Venom sign up almost made me quit as TO, but
Yeah.
I decided rather than doing that, I just drank a 12 pack of Rainier while crying in the shower.
Yep, and I bet that's about where I'm at as well.
Yeah, might do it again after this.
I changed my name to Comfy. Okay, now that makes sense. All right, I'm tracking. So who do we have next? X-Ray Nico. X-Ray sign up as Phil, traditionally top lane. Claims he can play other roles. Interesting to see if he will end up off rolling slash filling to another role to split. I guess if you're a drafter, it really doesn't matter what you sign up for since you're picking your team. Yeah, after I would argue jungle being the highest average skill level role last split. Now just going to like completely cut down only a few of the upper tiered picks that realistically last split probably would only be middle of the pack. Very interesting to see.
Yeah, we don't have like the Morn or Sprinkler kind of at the top of the jungle pool. Oh my god, it's actually happening.
Yeah, no, just like absolute dominant jungle. I think depending on how some biddy and artists are, assuming artist gets picked, it seems fairly even at the top. Oh, we got it. No soup can either. Oh nah. We get the Nico Thim team up. Okay. Both of my previous teammates I've had. Uh, very interesting team, to say the least.
Yeah, I'm excited for those two teams to play against each other.
Yeah, I know they're all in a little Discord together, so it's probably gonna go crazy. The internal trash talking,
Oh
gonna
my
go
god.
crazy. Especially that it's Nico and Gator facing each other off in the mid lane.
Oh my
I
god,
think
yeah. That yap
that'll be very
session's gonna go
interesting.
crazy.
Yeah, them just an absolute summit vet though. I will say pretty consistent making playoff appearances. So good track record. Good player to have. I think he's a bit reformed than he was a few splits back. Still needs some work, but he's on the way to improvement for
Mm-hmm.
sure.
Gator's saying he's 15 plus Strand. You're so right. Gator's
Wait,
at
what?
30, not not 27.
Oh, Gator's not like the math. The math ain't mathing for
12
Gator.
plus 3 plus 15, that's 30. Yeah. He's so right. Looks like Owen didn't get counted.
uh, hey,
Uh,
picking up Essence.
Essence, Plat 4 top laner?
Got a lore drop on this guy or gal?
I don't, honestly. I think maybe they're friends? Oh, yeah. That's my boy. Ain't no lore drop. Perfect. That's all it
That's my
takes.
boy.
That's all it takes.
Okay, bet.
I
Nope, that's
love
all we
that.
need to see. Tate coming in, getting the both the solo lane duo boys.
Garrett, Garen one trick nice guy goat. What a description.
Garen one trick, nice guy. A Garen one trick and nice guy, same sentence. I'm not convinced, but Tuesday says it. We'll look into it.
We'll look into it.
I'll
Ooh,
buy it
looks
for
like
now.
John Dye's gonna hit the run back.
Oh,
Uh,
wow, interesting.
John Dye and Spirit Man on the same team last split didn't go so well.
No, did
Um,
not.
Perhaps looking to prove that they were not the problem.
Yeah, and I'm down.
I love
I'm
that.
down to always prove the haters wrong. Yeah, definitely not which the team that probably the most underperformed relative to what people thought preseason team.
Yeah, yeah,
I think
that's
strong
fair.
individual pieces, but just didn't seem to make it work together. So interesting to see that they did apparently like at least two of them enough to pick them up. So
Yeah, sounds like they at least got along. Um,
whoa,
can we
John
go?
Dye states he prefers not to play with Spirit Man. Supposedly cannot confirm or deny at this time. Can we get a referee rule in play? But John Dye is in fact,
The one
the
picking
manager. So yeah, he
Spirit
is
Man.
the one picking. So I'm not sure what we're making out of that at the moment, but that is an interesting
Some
development,
tea. Maybe
nevertheless.
maybe we were misreading the sign up sheet a little bit.
Yeah,
There was a lot of that. Y'all are illiterate.
that is true.
Yeah, MCM is all already drafted. That entire
That
roster.
is that is very interesting to see as well. Seeing rosters, a full roster drafted on different teams, especially one that didn't go well.
Yeah.
Like
We
5 yard penalty,
got some
might be a
fire.
15.
Yeah, that's gonna be a 5 yard penalty.
Yeah.
um, got some crazy good people still out there. We got Nightmare, Heiko, Comet
Yeah.
Cruiser, Peak
I hope
Performance.
I hope the drafters are not, forgetting to look at the fill column. I think we have some very good fill players still left. Practically, I think all of them, especially relative to their point value, are very good picks. Uh, Heiko and Nightmare, just very dominant players, very strong players to have, especially in the fill role. Traditionally, both of them are ADCs. As far as I'm tracking that, also play support. And I know Nightmare had some success in the jungle as well, and I think Heiko as well actually too. So, really, from what I see, ADC main, but also very strong sup and jungles from both of them. So,
Okay. We see Comet Cruiser and Injustice getting picked up
okay,
2-3 here from what back down, leaving
two
5
strong
points
picks.
remaining for their final pick. They could be in a spot where nobody else can draft a high elo player, and they are like the only ones who have the budget to do so.
Kind of an insane roster that I'm looking at right now. I think Comet Cruiser is a very strong, middle elo ADC.
He's
Injustice
solid.
pretty much very similar to in the top lane. And then obviously you have the Psycho and Gumby. So really just looking to now kind of, I think pretty smart draft all around now that their last pick is needs to be a support, and support being, the largest pool available kind of has a lot of options to look at for
Yeah.
his last pick. So pretty much impossible for him to not get, at least a decent support or at least at the very least, an on-rolled player. So looking to be a pretty strong draft so far.
Stop.
So he has 45 points and needs to get to 57, or is that not
Yeah.
added up yet, or
Yeah, he's at 45. Needs to get to 57, so 12
he's a
pointer.
12 minimum? Okay. And of the 12 pointers, I mean the 12 through 16 point
Some
range of support, I
gas.
think are all, yeah, some very strong picks all around. I really don't think there's one weak pick in that list. I don't know. We don't know Adam. I don't know Adam, but as far as previous history goes, the rest of them all very strong picks,
Yeah.
especially for the point value.
Artist going over to John Dye. Is this the at least
Uh,
one trick? I swear there's like an at least one trick somewhere
he
that's like crazy good.
okay. I don't know if you see this, but he picked the top two jungles in the pool of
They
one of the
did.
smallest density pools. I don't know if he's just looking to squeeze out and have one of all the rest of the teams, pick off-road jungles, and he just wants to screw
Wants
the
to
other teams
gobble them
over.
all up. Yeah. Maybe make
That
some
is
trades going down the road.
very interesting pick. I would love to see the thought process behind that,
It's like
picking the
drafting
top
all the
two.
freaking quarterbacks just in
Yeah,
fantasy football just to get somebody to make a trade to you.
that
Oh
could be a
god.
very good strat, a strat that I don't think we've seen before.
No.
Very interesting to see. Essentially forcing the other teams, at least half of them, really to get an off-road jungler. That is.
That's not
that
a
is a
fun role
very
to off
no,
roll.
yeah, if you don't actually have someone who's actually played the role, it's gonna be an unfortunate time for some people who are gonna have to off-roll that. And
I have no idea
that
who
that is a very
Artist.
interesting pickup. I would love to see the reason behind that.
Yeah, that's pretty insane. I like it though. Oh, I found
But be
Artist.
ain't nobody looking at Phil. Get out of here.
Okay, yeah, yeah. Artist is a Savage Elise player. Just absolutely dominant on it. Like 50 games played this split, 41 of them Elise. Love that.
That's insane. I don't know. Maybe they're no. I was gonna say put him on
Elise
lead
support.
support,
That's the
but they have
move.
Spirit Man, so it's like, what are we
Oh,
doing? Like, yeah,
Elise top.
that's
I don't know.
yeah.
I don't.
I, I'm just I don't know. This team's an anomaly to me right now.
It is. We're cooking.
Tate, one moment. Okay. Oh, made his selection.
I like that pickup. That's a
Yeah,
solid pickup.
especially considering how the draft's going. I think
Yeah.
very good pickup.
Everybody panic. Pick up your kicker.
That's what I was saying. As soon as it starts getting lower, like I think we're gonna see everyone just panic pick him and bouncy third round for Tate.
Yeah. Bouncy has some crazy, crazy highs.
I
Um,
agree. Yeah, a
like
lot of potential in him, I think.
subbed for Elo Surfers last season and just absolutely dominated. Like
Dominated.
crazy performances on Lily and Skarner. Pretty similar pool to Sulpan. Um,
Yep.
not quite like the macro that um Sulpan has, but still like a crazy good player. Peak D2.
Yeah.
I think sitting in Emerald right now, but very very good in the
I mean,
competitive
and
side.
especially with like such a low density role this split, take him off the board. I think it's gonna be really strong. Pair him with the incredible mid laner Never Saw is.
Yeah,
Just looks to be a strong team. It looks like Tate. Still interested to see where he plans on going. At this point, it looks like, assuming he'll give Never Saw their role, he'll probably
supporter
end up filling
AD.
ball lane,
Hmm.
likely support because that's just how. I mean, you probably don't want to offer on the ADC if he doesn't actually play it, but we'll
Yeah,
see.
not a lot of not a whole lot of ADs left
Now,
on that board.
and the ones, yeah, it's three left, I think. But looking at the teams, I think only two teams need an ADC left. It looks like no, three. I can't read.
Surely someone drafts the GM ADC. Yeah, I
Like
mean,
we forgot what Astro did last season, especially real, dude. Kind of
I
insane.
mean, like Dean last split didn't get picked until the fourth round.
That is true. I also think just the way that the draft works, how you have to have a minimum value after three picks, or I guess your second pick,
Yeah,
it
it
kind of
spaces
almost
out.
forces some of these higher level players not to get picked up to the last two rounds. Like, so I think we're still pretty confident that these higher level players will get picked, but just due to the way the points work, probably not to the last two rounds, I'd imagine.
Um, yeah, I think it's a little scary to pick like a high elo player in the third round and hope that the high point value player on the swing back is still available, especially when
Right.
you're in these like earlier
Huge
picks.
risk. I
Crazy
agree.
risk because if you need like 15 points or something and then like everybody who's 15 points gets taken before that and you have to go down to like 16, 17, 18, 19 just to fill the
Yeah,
role, then that's
I agree. You're kind of just leaving up to chance at that
punching the
point.
gut. Yeah.
I think I kind of get it just because I don't Piek, I don't believe has any prior performances in Summit, so nobody really he's kind of an unknown, really beyond Elo, and so he's kind of just like a unknown GMP 2 point ADC, so a bit of a risk there.
Yeah. I mean,
I,
I
I
believe
yeah
Peak is yeah, buddies with Gumby,
yeah.
works with Gumby. Peak actually helped Affection a lot last split.
Oh, no way! I did not
Yeah,
know that.
super cool guy. Would be in our
That's awesome.
Discord quite a bit. They did coaching sessions a lot.
Oh, that's
So
awesome. Someone should have just done Gumby, Piek, and Phil with a couple silvers and an Emerald Plat player. Honestly, I would have tried to done that if I was drafting. I don't think I doubt points would have allowed, but that would actually be uh very interesting way to go
Yeah,
about it.
honestly, I was kind of expecting Walt back down to rip that.
But picking Gumby almost forces you can't pick Piek to the last two rounds just on the way the points
Yeah,
work though.
I mean, he had
So
the 2-3 flip, so could have taken somebody on two with like crazy high
oh yeah,
pocket.
well, that is true.
Uh,
First pick kind of OP.
let's go, blah blah. Good
Oh, love
picked
to see
up.
it.
I don't.
Oh, I
Who's going mid?
yeah, I don't I'm not a fan just because I feel for Blob because we kind of got him in jail in the comp teams. Would love to see him pick mid, which is actually his best role and his main role. I would say by a good margin, but phenomenal player all around. I think he could fill in pretty much any role at a pretty high level. Um, Interesting to see that he likely will give Nico mid. Really don't
Yeah.
know how this team's actually going to shape up. I think the most viable is putting Blob jungle like he's playing in this comp teams and then X-Ray top, and now they just have to pick up a support last round, which is, obviously there's a bunch of good supports still on the table, so that's likely the route, I'd imagine.
Yeah, he is scaling like crazy in the jungle. He's playing very, very well.
Yeah, yeah, definitely a smart pickup. I guess almost insider if you know that he's playing jungle in the comp teams,
Those comms are
despite
gonna
signing
be
from mid.
insane on that team.
I
I
think
just
that's
want to be a
that's a
fly
good
in the
team.
wall for a couple of those matches.
That,
Uh,
that that team's actually shaped to be pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, especially considering I think they have to pick up a 14-point support, which again, great, still some great 14 to 16-point supports on the board,
oh yeah,
guaranteed to get at least one of them. Uh, that team's looking really strong to me.
yeah. A lot of supports still need to go. Only four picked for
Oh,
sure.
yeah, only four
Potentially five
supports.
if Tubby goes support.
Wow, that's actually interesting to see how many good supports are still left
Yeah.
versus how many teams still need a support. It's almost guaranteed some won't get taken, which is a little unfortunate looking at it. Might need to start looking at some of these players. Some of the more known ones might have to get forced to off roll. We know
Hmm.
Cookies played jungle last split. Brissy obviously had his phenomenal top lane season. So we'll see. We'll see how teams adjust,
Yeah.
considering especially since other roles will need to get filled. Seeing how
we're we were
they
playing
pivot.
Flex the other day. Me, Stran, and Brissy. Brissy gets filled top lane. He's like, "Oh, I forgot how to farm," and he like is out farming a Trundle that's killed him twice.
Oh,
It's like what?
just the natural, just the natural.
Just
Hopefully we don't sway the votes and force Brissy back in the top jail, but I don't know. I don't know. I'd imagine. I don't know if the drafters are actually listening to this or not, but
I have no idea. Uh, I know Brissy right now at the state dart championship.
oh, is he? So he's not even. He doesn't even know what's going on.
He's not even
Okay.
here.
All right, drafters. Now's the time. Force Brissy off roll. Trust me, you want to see Brissy
Get him,
jungle.
get his ass. Put him as ADC. Make him play Seraphine.
Nia
Seraphine
John John
Ziggs.
pickup. Nia Luton pickup. Yeah, another two. I think John John also was on the winning team, right, with you.
Yeah, and he hasn't
Um,
played League since.
and otherwise known as Pringle, top three Gen Chatter all time. Phenomenal asset to have on the team as far as a
Hmm.
Gen Chatter perspective goes.
True.
You really can't go wrong with
Unlimited
that.
vibes. Nothing
Unlimited
better
vibes.
than a beer with John John.
I,
It's
I
incredible.
can only imagine. I can only imagine.
Sifra going over to OT Gators team. That's a solid bot lane. Strand and Sifra. I like that.
Transifra, love to see it. Love to see. I almost hesitate to call him a budget bot lane 'cause I think both players are very strong. Just in general, especially for the relative to their point value pick. But
Hmm.
if you were to say it, I would say among the strongest budget bot laners, I think you could possibly muster up. Um, I guess budget being anything below D4 here, D4
Yeah,
peak.
I mean it's such a like a run back of Strand and I, except
Yeah,
Sifra's definitely much better on the enchanters.
yeah, very very strong support.
Yeah, pretty solid pickup. I like the pick. I like how that team's shaping up. I'm so
Yeah, their team.
curious where Asteria goes from here. This is
Yeah, these last two rounds are gonna be very interesting for the scene. See, what they what they want to do.
Yeah.
And looking at point value, Gators team needing a 16 point minimum
I think it's
jungler.
13, and I think the math's still broken on that one.
Oh, okay.
Because they
Oh,
were
here.
at
Okay.
30 plus Sifra
Got
would
you.
be 34. So
Maybe that two at the end is like the correction.
I don't
I
know
don't
if
know.
Pai Pai
We
can
need
hear us.
13.
Yeah.
Okay, so Gator's saying we need 13. I'll trust his judgment there. So it'll assuming he has to wait for a full turnaround, so he might either will have to pray that one of the two jungles left are left open, or
I know a good
just
flex for
kill
that.
someone.
I know a great flex for that.
Yeah,
But
we're almost low key spoiling. I think some of the we might be ruining some of the drafters' plans by talking out loud, but
yeah,
honestly, it is what it is, you know?
it is what it is.
I
Not a
think it
flex.
is what it is.
Yeah, not a fill player, but like somebody who could flex into that role very, very well. We have two GMs still on the board.
Pretty very interesting to see. Honestly, I don't want to start the debate early, but I would like to see a little bit of thought process behind the point values on these GM players. It just seems a little interesting. Light, having a bit of a lackluster performance, but still getting rated, 3. Interesting to see that. Piek, unknown performances. I think pretty low GM peak, but being at 2, the same as Neversaw, who's, mid-high GM, extremely proven player. Um,
Actually, never hit. Oh, when they hit GM, it was like 200 LP for Neversaw.
Piek? Oh, Neversaw. I
Hmm.
swear Neversaw's like 300 at least now.
I think they went up to 400, but it stayed
Oh, shit.
master.
Okay. Got you. Got you.
Um,
Hopefully they don't get screwed by the extremely low point picks though, and if they do get picked up, prove that it was an accurate point value.
hmm. Um, I think after the performance of last split, seeing Baratel still on the board is kind of crazy.
That is crazy. I think if anything, it could be a smart sleeper pick. Let the more higher contested picks go away, and then uh,
Nightmare, bro. Nightmare.
yeah, Nightmare being left up, I think is pretty insane considering he's had, I think, very strong showings on both ADC and jungle, and then
Yeah.
he'll be playing jungle on the comp team as well. So really, hi Cubby.
Side
Cubby,
pulling the trigger
I'm
too
anxious to
early.
see your team.
Sorry, delete it. Sorry, what are you doing?
Saya getting a bit antsy there.
That's so funny. Sorry, trying to pick out an order because Asteria said that he needed a moment. Hope that Asteria's okay.
I don't know if he's panicking of what's left on the board or he's just doing something IRL, but
I
waiting a
don't.
bit on the stereo.
I don't know how peak performance is still on the board. What is
Yeah,
this? Huh?
I think it might just be hard. Like a 2 point, essentially the way I see it, I think an unknown, relative to Summit players, 2 pointer is a bit of a risk you're taking because obviously with
Sure.
like never saw Gumby, Owen, you're gonna get a player that's gonna
Hey,
dominate.
I mean, Joe took the risk on Gumby last split, and that turned out
That is
fine.
true, and it turned out now we have the perma 0 pointer
If you
that
do
will
a
pretty
little
much
bit of
always be first round.
research, you know that
That is
Peak is
true.
friends with Gumby.
That is
So, you
true.
know.
But it's being a wait. Oh, never mind. Interesting to see Asteria now though, needing a jungle and top left. Both those pools for as far as mains being extremely pinched. Um,
I think there's two people in Phil that can. Three people in Phil that are very proficient junglers.
that is true. Honestly, a
And
lot
a
of a
person in
lot.
support. Two people in support that are proficient junglers. Uh,
Yeah,
Luton, also kind of crazy to juggle.
just not Graves.
Just not Graves.
Please not Graves. I would, but I will say, almost a disadvantage uh, to brand new summoners because obviously people who've been around, know that some of these players can play other roles that they, may have not either hinted at on their application or just not signed
uh,
up for.
yeah.
So definitely advantage there to prior summoners. But I
Mhm.
guess if you do enough research, you would be able to find it out. Or I guess you could always ask around as well. I'm sure many people would be able to help.
Mhm.
But I mean, it
I
looks
mean,
like most
I sat in a
draft. Only
call.
one of the drafters is new, too. It looks like though.
Yeah.
So or at least fully new.
Ooh, we got Asteria taking gourmet cookies, which I believe is their answer to the jungle prayers.
I think it's safe to assume they're gonna force Cookies back to Jungle Jail. Unfortunately for him.
Yeah.
Uh, I'm sure he's not. I actually don't know how he felt about Jungle, but I can't imagine he's too thrilled to go back to that role. Um,
And then it finally happens. Sai pairing up with Nightmare. It's here. It's finally a thing.
Finally have Nightmare.
Oh my god.
Unfortunately, I think this almost guarantees Nightmare won't be playing support, so he won't be able to practice for the comp team. But just extremely strong player to have. Uh,
Yeah.
I'm
I
not
mean,
sure
Carrot's
where they
pretty
plan on
good at
putting him,
mid.
but they could
So,
put him mid. A Nightmare sidebot could go. I mean, they honestly have a lot of options still, I think, as far as flexibility and roles. So I think going to round five, they're pretty happy with being able to pick pretty much whatever best is left among like all the roles really.
ooh, what a pick. What a banger. I love that pickup. To answer Nico's question, is all one big group or what is the format? Yeah, all one big group. Uh, top 8 of 10 teams move to playoffs, single elim.
Oh, it's just one big group. Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, no pools.
Interesting.
No pools.
Well, waiting for this next pick to come up. But I guess we've seen it. But Loco top, they have top jungle ADC filled up. So
Cisco going over that team is crazy. I mean, that's where's the weakness?
mod
uh,
deleted by absolute L mods in the chat, please. L mods in the chat. Cisco, great mid pickup, I think. I don't think he hasn't played in the last couple splits, but
uh,
it has subbed
yeah.
in.
He has something. He
I
does
think numerous
very well.
times.
Yeah. I think back in the day he was a diamond player back in like college. Um, but yeah, it's like one of the people that introduced me to League. Super fun guy to play with. Anytime he's hitting skill shots, he's yelling bang, like he's hitting it from downtown, corner three.
That's hilarious.
Um, it's just
That is
such a good
hilarious.
time to play with. I'm excited for him. Excited for that team to get such a lad, such as Cisco.
Yeah, could be good vibes on that team. I think it has a lot of OG summoners as far as I'm tracking.
Yeah,
Um, some familiar faces from my first split of Summon season two or split, whatever you call it. But
I think
you-
Cisco's known Rob since Boise State days.
oh wow, okay,
I could be mistaken, or I know Cisco played a lot on the University of Idaho team with like
okay,
DV4VP and Venom, and played like with Wazoo and stuff like that. I don't know how much he
oh, nice.
played when he went to Boise State, but I think he's known the
U of
guys for a
L's
while. So
finest
that
mid. The U of I, the I.
yeah, University of Idaho's finest mid. Will not find a better mid at that school.
Tubby up next. Tubby signed up for support. We know he could play mid. Too easy. Signed up for top. Obviously, know he could play mid. So interesting to see. He has options. Picking up either a jungle or mid. Still a decent amount left for mids, and then obviously
Hmm.
two jungle mains up left. I'd imagine you might want to pinch out one of those, but and then obviously as we said though, a lot of other players in other roles that we've seen able to swap into jungle pretty well. So,
Yeah.
and I think Tubby's a bit of a knower, so he might have some up his sleeve. Interesting to see what he picks up here.
How is ISO still there? Oh my god. After the
ISO?
performances of last split, you have
Oh,
ISO, Didact, and Baratel still on the board.
I didn't even notice that. Yeah,
That's
I
crazy.
think I think I want to say their point value I think went up quite a bit as they were from
Oh,
last split though. Unfortunately,
yeah.
it,
I mean,
it
all the
looks
numbers
like
are different too from
yeah.
from last split because we try to keep things a little bit more structured. But yeah, ISO still pretty good value
Very good value. I'd
at
love to see him
15.
actually
Or it's
signing
all
up for
super
mid
cheap.
as well,
Yeah, he
switching from
also.
top lane. Getting that extra practice because he's playing obviously in the comp team for as a mid laner. So
Hmm.
damn, I feel bad for not getting drafted by Tubby. Team's already stacked. Barbecue Leona doesn't look like he signed up, unfortunately, despite I think having a pretty strong showing last split, despite being on a completely doomed team. Actually, speaking of which, unfortunately, I noticed Firestorm Boxer also didn't sign up,
Stop.
unfortunately.
Never saw. Don't speak that into existence.
Oh no. Are you looking just purely off numbers? Oh no.
Can't, cannot say that.
Oh no. At least at the very least, Heiko will be playing some sort of structured league this next split in the comp team. Check them out. First game's happening this following week.
I just. I don't know why you wouldn't draft him.
No. Very very strong AC and support, and has shown play some jungle as well.
Hmm. Pretty good at jungle. Plays like the hyper carry junglers and is pretty damn good at it. Just
And
better
and,
keep
and
up
in this
because he's going
in
in.
this small jungle pool as well, especially of not the highest ranks, could shine quite a bit in the jungle with a hyper carry pool. Ball
No
of Fate.
way.
I don't even know. I don't know what that
You
means.
suck at Age of Mythology?
No, I'm phenomenal at Age of Mythology,
Oh my.
by the way.
Is it
Like, check
true?
the stats. No, check the stats. Gator, Norse guy, can we get this guy, can we get a timeout on this guy? Just spreading false information.
Let me get him
Thank you.
banned.
Yeah, let's get him banned. Let's just perma ban him.
Banned.
Defamation. We'll just get him out of here.
David Edge. Very good support player. Going over to Lord
Uh,
Tubbyton.
You got the lore drop on this guy?
Uh, yeah, I
I don't know who he is.
played with it's from like the GCS crowd.
Okay.
Played with him like the BLN Invitational
Let's talk about.
like a year ago or so. But yeah, very good player, very communicative, very solid support player. Pretty much everything you'd want out of
Yo,
a
stem's
support.
not real. You just chat GPT everything.
What? David Edge
Oh,
is
so
currently PyPy's GCS support.
Oh, okay, interesting. That's also interesting to see that Tubby more or less is confirming that he's actually bamboozled everyone and likely wanting to go play mid lane.
Pranked,
You know,
fooled.
really, I think if anything, pranked his own team. Now they're stuck with having to play with Tubby mid. Uh, Up 30 CS, but 5k damage at 35 minutes. Uh,
Oh, time to ping
so
Gar.
we'll see. Oh no, are they actively in a match? I think. Let's see. They are actively in a match. Oh no, they're in the thick of it as well.
Tell him to pause. Pause? Can we get a pause? I gotta draft a team real quick.
Low key, honestly, I would just pause it, say, my top is from the bathroom real quick. Sorry.
Pause it. I'm literally throwing up right now.
Let me hop in there real quick and bother him again.
Excellent. Hello, Gumby. How do you feel about Peak not getting drafted yet? I think it's highly illegal.
Okay, I have his picks. I don't know how we want to do this. You want me to message him to you and give them pie, or how should we do this?
Yeah, you can message him to me. Okay, that's all right. First one we got
Very,
Peak
very wild.
Performance going over to Gargoomba, followed by Dragon 264
I, I,
for
I'm
28 points to round it off.
I would love to see his thought process. I'm not sure if he made an error as he is quite literally in the middle of a scrim, about 20 minutes in, so really in the thick of it. Um,
Is Gar going back mid?
I really have no idea
What's
what they plan on doing with this team. Especially considering I think, Foreign Guy and Boss JG I heard were duo. I'm not sure if the JG means he plays jungle as well.
yeah, I don't know, but I know Gar, Guy, and Boss are all friends from college.
Oh, really?
Um, and then throwing in a GM ADC and Dragon Tooth into the mix. This has to be his
Is
full plan. I don't think a single thing went wrong in his draft. Honestly, I think he had this plan right when it started, and he said, "All right, I'm gonna do this," and he was able to just rip it. That's crazy.
yeah. I can only imagine you would keep the GM ADC on roll as well, which means I think he might off roll his buddies, I'd imagine.
Yeah. Holy.
Yeah, I'm very honestly a lot of these teams just the way they're shaping up. I'd love to see how they plan on doing the roles.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
like I've done a lot of we did like a lot of mock drafts and like no matter how many times we do and like trying to mix up like how we think about the draft or and stuff like that, it always just baffles me when it actually comes down like how some of these drafters pick. I'm always just like thrown for a
Yeah.
loop of like we never thought of that.
Yep.
That is an option.
You really never know. Especially with low density roles too. It's like since people are guaranteed
Yeah.
gonna pick some completely random off roll.
Welcome to mid Dragon. I mean, he's Surf's eight. You know, Asteria made it pretty far with Dragon Tooth.
Yeah, I think solid mega low elo pick. I mean, I think relative to his rank, it's hard to complain about what you're getting.
Yeah.
Uh you pick him knowing what you're gonna get, and I think he performs as to what you'd expect, and what you'd want out of the pick. So
What season was that? Last time we played? Was that 2 or 3?
I swear it was my first season in split season two, I think.
Okay.
So we're going. What are we going into season six, or is this? Yeah, we're in season. Yeah, so three split season gap.
Yeah. Feels like years.
Yeah, I mean, it probably has been at least over a year, right?
Yeah.
At least maybe
I
two.
mean, I don't know. I don't
Damn.
operate in like calendar years. I just operate in
No.
summit splits.
Yeah, operating just league splits. That's about four splits ago. Okay, yeah, no, I remember that exactly. I know what we're talking about. Two tool Tony back in. I don't know what that means.
Tutul Tony, that's right. Oh my god. That's a crazy throwback. Um, so Dragon Tooth and X-Ray work together.
Oh,
And
what?
um, so X-Ray uses like a bunch of machines at work, and Dragon Tooth only uses two. And so, um, so Joe calls him Two Tool Tony. Oh my god.
What? It's funny.
Yeah,
So,
Tubby, what's going on here?
Tubby, let's go. Come on, Tubby.
Tubby,
Come
I'll
on,
pick for you
Tubberton.
if you don't
Yeah,
make a
I
damn
got you.
pick.
Let's make some predictions. So he has to pick
12.
12 points, it looks like, and he needs a jungle more than likely. Now the question is, what's the bet? Or do we think he's gonna pick one of the
I
main
think you
junglers
grab
left,
Rod
or
Edge and
do we,
like
we
Ilya from last split, you throw David Edge in jungle.
I don't know this David Edge guy, but
He can play jungle pretty well.
if he can play jungle, then I think that would be a really strong team. I think.
Ooh, I just got PayPal'd like a lot of money. Heiko's point value is now 13.
2 points. No,
Sorry for the
that would be nice
complications.
too. Tubby's just moving some strings behind the scenes right now.
Strand's betting on Evil Pancake Kitty going over to Tubby's team.
Shran bets Evil Pancake. Okay. What are we thinking, chat? Are we thinking Evil Pancake? Rod Age, I think
Rod
might be a
Age
good
is
pickup.
Ilya from last split. The
Yep,
support for
Ilya. I think
Power Friendship.
she. I imagine is still what I think goes by Ilya. I think Rod Age is her Discord name.
Yeah.
Or do we think he could go for an absolute screwball? Picks up maybe Baratel for the jungle.
I think that's solid.
Um,
Like,
that's not. I don't think that's horrible. I think Too Easy may or may not lose his absolute mind and do some things, but that's an option.
just grab ISO.
I think just grabbing ISO could work. Um, I think if I honestly actually now I think about it, I would almost argue grabbing a mid laner in
I was,
either ISO or maybe Herald,
I was gonna
and
say,
then
when in doubt, just
putting
grab a mid
David
laner.
jungle because you could just put David jungle, Tubby can stay support, and I think that's a solid team. Um, eh,
Harold.
chat, chat, am I
we,
like that?
we,
Chat, am I like that?
we spoke. Finally gave
Chat,
Zubby an idea that
nah, yeah, Tubby's. Yeah,
he liked.
Imagine Tubby's just listening to us and just waiting for
He's
us
like,
to,
wait,
give a good idea.
what's a good plan? Harold going over to Lord W's team. That's too funny. Loco now
Uh,
needing 11 and looking like needing a support.
Colors. Okay, hold on. Just got hit with an ad. Hold on. Just pull up the Discord.
Oh,
Um,
this is easy.
Let me
Get
see
11
here. Yeah,
points. You need a support.
if I'm yeah, honestly, if I'm a drafter at this point, I'm just tuning into the stream and I'm just letting us pick for him. Screw it, because we got at this point we have the vision. 11 points needs a support. I'll be honest with you. I think Seeker or Rod Age goes crazy here. I think Seeker is a bit of a sleeper pick. I know him. Reigning Blue Water Draft League Sapphire, the upper league champ. He was my support there. Very strong support. Ilya, we've seen also show, very strong showing overall last split. I really don't think you can go wrong here. I think at this point, it's almost up to just the preference. At this point, if I'm local, I'm just asking God, like, hey, like, who do you
Which
want?
one
It's
do you
up to you,
want?
really. Like, I would just trade with him, but I don't think you can go wrong with either of those picks there.
No,
Um,
I think
Now
Seeker
that's the
might be
obvious
the
choice.
choice.
Now we
Now,
could go crazy. Now we could go
hey,
crazy here, right?
what about, hear me out,
Hear me out.
Rob
Luton.
support?
Just put Luton support. Screw it.
Put
Pick up Luton
Luton
ADC, baby.
support.
Rob support. I mean, you know what I'm saying? We could screwball. Screw it. Brissy, pick up Brissy. Just go over 6 points. I don't care.
Hey,
You just never
yo,
know.
we have an ex Diamond 4 support player chilling in there at 16 points. And we're talking old Diamond.
Who are we talking about? John John?
John.
No, wait. John John hit diamond before? Are you
Yes.
crazy? I swear this dude was like I thought he was like gold or something. You're
No.
telling me he's X diamond?
Yes.
This dude used to have hands? Are you kidding me? And
He
he's a
was
top three gen chatter?
he
No
was the
way.
best Ash support player.
No way.
Like
I
back
did
when
not know
Ash support was a
I was not
thing.
familiar with John John's
It
game.
was like pretty meta. That was John's shit. He just
Somebody want to ping Loco? I see. Is he know he's? He asked for his last draft pick, so I'm not sure how aware
yo,
he
does
is that he's.
Middlesticks play support? Middlesticks plays Fiddlesticks mid.
I mean, we got to be able to put this through jungle though, right? Like, if he plays Phil, I mean, I guess he'll be just
I,
perma banned.
it's a free permaban. He also has a million
I just sure.
mastery on Veigar.
That's,
So
what is wrong with this guy? Hey, somebody needs to check up on this dude's mental health. I don't know what's going on
no,
with
he's the
these
best.
picks. That
Middlesticks
is
secondary is their top in jungle.
that is insane picks. Those are insane champs to be playing. But
Doesn't Riley play support? Gix? He plays a little bit support. Topple sticks.
Twitch trying to make me join the Air National Guard.
Seeker
That's
seems
funny.
like an obvious pick. Yeah, but
A 2 minute
sometimes we don't like
a
obvious
2 minute
picks,
ad is
apparently.
insane.
Thanks for the ad
Yo,
revenue.
chat crying about the ads is
Turks.
hilarious.
No, it's just eating it up.
Yo, L mods. Yeah, I mean, if we're just if we're being real, I think the obvious, in my opinion, the obvious pick would be Seeker first, then Rod H second, and then if you want to throw Screwball, I think Loon third actually is fairly, fairly legit. Um, I think those are your he just said I got 10 minutes, but
What?
it's already been over 5, and I think you only got 5, right? No way we're giving him 10.
It was 5 last draft. We never ran into it.
Nah,
So we got an
buddy, you
8.
got
All
it.
right, stop bullying the guy. Let him think.
Hubby got 8. Oh, now he's feeling the. Oh, he's saying it's unfair treatment. Okay, we're about to get hit with HR complaint here.
Yeah. 5 with people breathing down my neck forced to.
Hey, all I'm
That's
saying is these
crazy.
drafters are just listening to us, and that's fine. We'll draft in the best possible team so we can have the most
Mm-hmm.
competitive split of summit we've ever seen, and I think a really good pickup,
Yeah.
as
Big
we're
shout
about to
out.
see here
You
in a
know, one
second.
of fantastic player on the Summit Nebula team.
Yep,
Great
Summit
support.
Nebula starting support. Again, just won first place. Blue Otter Draft League Sapphire. Um, Tubby, you're welcome for the picks. I know you got Harold from us. Uh,
There's another option, so there's 2 people you can pick.
Gator, trust me, you're gonna pick who I tell you to pick, buddy. So sit down and strap in. I got you. We saw the team last split. Hell
That
mods,
is the other one, yeah, X-ray.
no
So it's
freedom
one
of
of those
speech
two.
in this chat. Wait, guard typing, yo, buddy, go focus up in your draft.
Okay. Just making sure that you know you had options, Sai.
So, Sai, only two of possible players they could pick left on the board.
Hey.
Or I guess we're still waiting for Locals pick to show up on stream actually.
Yeah, yeah.
But regardless, uh, Sai needs 20 points. Only two available players left on the board that fit that billet, and needing an ADC,
Yeah.
unless depending on they'll likely just send Nightmare Jungle naturally.
Mm-hmm. Sai mid.
Really, I think a
Support.
size team actually, I didn't see the vision up until now, but actually ends up, I think, being very strong. The top side seems extremely strong in Bronze
Uh-huh.
Cena, Nightmare Sai. I think
Yo, this is
that is a
Goofy Gophers round 2.
that is a very strong, yeah, low key, very strong top side. I think with even better jungle to match. I think Nightmare, despite signing up as Phil, has the potential to be number one jungle display. It looks like.
Yeah. I mean, Nightmare's damn good at jungle.
Yeah, I
Um,
think I think he's just all around just a really strong player. I think players like that, tend to be able to play almost any role. Just when you have really strong fundamentals, you're able
mhm.
to do whatever. So
Looks like we're having some technical difficulties, but I believe we are now at Asteria.
Australia.
Australia. We're now in Australia.
All right, all right.
All right.
Stream is watching Draft Pick channel, I think, but we're not. We're trying not to say anything until it's on the screen.
Yeah, remaining players are actually having a dance contest to figure out who gets picked. It's
And
Summit
not just any
tradition,
dance contest, a twerk off,
of course. Beautiful Summit
naturally.
tradition. Everybody's gathered in the Boise Square. Um, captains watching, some of them throwing money. Um, time to wait for stop staring.
I need to. That is funny.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, so let's just keep going to let's start looking at some predictions. So there's too much. Okay. So we size pretty much. Okay, hold on, it's on stream. Loco going with Seeker. Yeah, I think realistically, almost an obvious pick, right? Uh,
Yeah, that was best option.
just best option, highest valued support left. Rod Age, I think, very close second. Wouldn't have been a bad pick, but I think Seeker going is very strong. I'm actually, I'm personally very happy with that pickup just because Seeker's my boy, and having him now lane with Goblin, I think he'll, a lot of opportunity to learn there.
Hmm.
Um, so his team actually, I think, shaping up really well. Just looks like a really well-rounded team, honestly. I think, like we were talking about earlier, like five mid-level players at worst. I think this team has that realistically.
Yeah,
Um,
it's just solid. Yeah,
like
it's
almost
so
all at
crazy.
least
It
D4.
last season in the draft picks channel, literally nothing was sent besides name of player, number. I asked them to do the same thing, and it's just a bunch of
We like to have
just
fun
the
around here.
hooligans. Uh,
Wait, low key, a timer on the screen would go kind of crazy. I ain't gonna lie.
okay, okay, okay.
Next split. We always go up from here. Like just a good visual to see. Just something to see. Could go crazy. Anyways, looking at Sai, we pretty much know that there's only two picks left. Uh, so not gonna be too big of a surprise there. Uh, big stopwatch on screen. Love to see. I think you guys had one last split, right?
Yeah,
One
I ran
embedded in
it
this
in like the
room.
tab of
Yeah.
the thing.
Numbers.
Oh,
Okay. Let's look forward. Stereo. Let's think.
poor I just pick, I swear.
Let's see what he has. He has likely Cookies Jungle, so likely needs a top laner. 6 points only, so he actually has the most flexibility in the last pick to pick the lowest elo he can. Jason, how you rate my team? Just do the Wordle Loki.
Just do
Uh,
Wordle.
let's look
Wait,
at
wait.
Gar's team. Gar, I need. Wait, you're still in your scrim, aren't you? I need you to tell me. I just need to know what your lane assignments are because I don't know what we got going on here.
Oh wait, that's not the right one.
Uh-oh, hold on. Where's Beaver Ball in the chat? Side did pick.
What game is it? Is this Plants vs Zombies?
It has to be right? I think.
Okay,
Honor Sunshine?
we gotta pick.
Well, we have size pick. I think we're waiting on size pick. It's probably now that side picked up.
Garden Warfare. Okay. Yes, I picked
Ooh, hold on. These
Milgar.
picks. I like that Gator. Not wasting any time. Not giving me time to predict his pick and make it for him. Coward move, but I respect it.
It's fine. It's fine.
It's fine. We'll work it out.
Haika getting picked up by Asteria. I love that.
Love it. Love it. Don't, you
I
would
like
hate to
this
see him going
team.
drafted back to back.
You got the
Another reigning
PhD
water champ.
and the master's degree in coin flipping on the same team with gourmet cookies and
Double.
Asteria. With just, oh man, Sunshine's in for a wild ride.
Okay. Now we're going quick with the picks. Okay, so we have. So I'm still trying to breathe in a stereo picking up Heiko. So probably I don't
Oh,
who's going. Who do we have going top? Just are we just saying Cookies top maybe? Heiko Jungle. I'm not sure what we have.
um,
I think
Pai Pai, I
it's
think, is the math correct on that?
I, I, yeah, I think Gator from the start was saying his points are broken.
We're busting out the
Tubby, I
calculator.
have a point to give. Give him my point.
15
I love Tubby.
plus Sifra is what? 14
Yeah, see this quick math. Quick
plus
math. Onto your math.
Stran is 15. Gators
30.
12 plus Owen 3. 59. Yeah,
Oh, so
so
he's
Owen's
way
still not
good.
getting counted. He's fine. He's clear.
He's way good. He's way good. He's way good.
Okay.
Okay, so I think looking at this team, I'd imagine Gator would just go into the jungle and let ISO mid, unless he just hard egos him and forces ISO to off-road jungle, which would be
I mean,
unfortunate.
ISO
But
plays a really good Zac.
let's not give Gator any ideas.
I don't, yeah.
You know,
I'd
we'll
like to
see. We'll
see
see. Not because who's doing the counting?
It's
Make
just
him
Owens
redraft.
borked. Joe. Strain and ISO being on another team together is insane.
Oh yeah, and as you know, one of the comp staff members, seeing the comp players, you know, being on the same team and as well in Summit, just building that synergy up, love it. Makes me very happy.
Oh
Also,
yeah.
hopefully, ideally, he's on his same role as well.
hmm
I think you know, looks very good.
Adam getting
Okay,
drafted over to X-Ray.
Adam, 14-point pick, needed to have a 14 point. Opting to go for Adam over Brissy, I think a bit interesting there. I don't know if there's a
Makes
lore drop on
sense.
Adam or not.
I don't know of any. Actually, don't know them very well
Uh,
at all.
so just opting to go for looks like just for the higher, you know, higher peaked. Honestly, almost by a full tier than Brissy. So not too surprising there. You know, just trying to get the best pick you can.
Yeah, now we got 12 points that are needed. Got a Tate's team. Need either a support or an AD. Oh, there's that timer. Hey, you're out of time now. Oh my god, where is it? It's hiding somewhere. I'm gonna lose my mind. It's in the game build tab.
Well, we have the next pickup.
Hell yeah,
Uh,
going over. Nice.
you know, love to see that. I think I didn't really have time to look, but I think that just fits in perfectly. They needed 12. She's the 12 pointer. Needed support. I think it just lined up perfectly. Would hate to see her go undrafted as well. You know, I think solid performance last split. So
hmm
I think just a solid, fair pickup. Obvious, you know. Yeah, it's good to see that.
Doctor.
Now we're starting to sweat. If we're some players that are left, we're starting to sweat because it's. Wait, am I bugging out or is John like just straight up not have enough points to do anything?
John Dye. He has a pick. He's picking his brother.
Am I? Oh, I lied. Never mind. I did. Never mind. Bad math. Bad math. I thought it
Bad
was
math. Bad math.
20. I thought he needed 27. I was like, he literally can't pick anyone. Okay. Now, so it makes sense. Wait, John Dye. Wait, he has a brother in here. Oh, is that literally his brother?
Yeah, that's literally his brother.
Like just like straight up his brother,
Straight up brother
like
from the
blood.
same mother.
Well, that's crazy that brothers signed up both as mids because obviously, you know, one was an
Yeah.
off roll, so I'm not sure why they did. But also, I still can't believe he picked up two jungles. That is hilarious that he picked up the two top jungles by a good margin as far as point value goes as well. Um, John Knight drafted all. Is John Knight Spearman friends? That's okay. Did not know that. I would love to see John Dye in the mid lane and essentially needs a redemption arc after last split off roll in top lane.
Yeah.
You know, I don't want to talk too bad here, but just not the best performance you wanted to see. I think it's obviously off rolled, so ideally, hopefully seeing him on his main role here. Very excited. Okay, hold on. Last pick of the draft. All drafters, all draftees sweating. Um, needs a minimum of 12 points. So already the people under 12 points.
I know who
GG's.
I'm picking here.
I mean, it's
Deathray Planet
hard.
Earth.
It's
Give me
hard.
Iguodala.
So what do we? He needs a support. There's only one support in the range.
How do you
Oh
pick between
no.
Brissy and John John
Oh no. I can't even watch. I'm gonna chat. I think I gotta go. I can't even.
and Barreto?
I don't think I want to.
Huh?
Oh. Oh, he went with a. Oh, I can't
Oh,
even. Oh nah.
that's a curveball.
Oh nah.
Savior, another top laner getting picked up by won't back down as all top laners getting drafted.
Wow. That's a pick.
What the?
You have to. I don't know the lore drop in this guy. I don't know if you do, but you have to imagine that they know each other in real life. You have to imagine that. That's the
Uh,
only.
I don't think so
Not
though.
just like front to ship back.
No way. I I
No,
I despise this and this
absolute. Oh no, run it back.
and this. That you
So
know
we have
what?
some
You know what?
absolute.
We're forming a ninth team or a 10th, 11th team. Give me these five.
Wow, some absolute fan favorites, and honestly solid performance in the past. going undrafted. Wow.
Wow. I guess that's what
I mean,
happens when you have like
this is the worst time.
this is the worst timeline.
I, I would almost argue that I think some of them, I think their point values got a little inflated based on the teams they were on. If we're being honest, I think they might have gotten a bit unlucky on that, as we've seen some players in the past. But obviously, overall, I think not to hate on anything, great point values all around. It's
Yeah.
almost impossible to, get absolutely accurate. So, all respect to the point value team. Um, Definitely no hate on there, but I do think they got a bit unlucky there.
Golly.
Lou not being drafted in the world as
No,
well.
I'm not gonna ruin the bracket with an odd number.
Please.
All right. Um.
Wow. Also, ISO
Jeez.
did get picked up if we want to cross them out since I don't want to.
All over they had the 12th team. Fuck it.
I mean, we have enough players. Just run the back with Madonna. Nah, Brissy, John, and Baratel, all fan favorites, all with very strong performance relative to rank in the past. I think their skill may have just not translated over to their current point value, and I think teams just weren't able to, you know, make that risk.
Yeah, I mean, we saw a lot of newcomers get drafted,
Which I think is always healthy. I
which
think
is
it's good.
cool.
Yeah,
I mean, thankfully,
yeah.
a lot of them are playing in the comp. So,
Damn.
well, if you want to catch Brissy and Berto play,
I mean, yeah.
they'll be
Luckily,
playing on
Brissy
Monday
and Baratel
nights.
are still gonna have plenty now, just more time for them to practice for their comp team. So, I mean, I can't be too mad as one of the comp staff.
Have a
Redemption.
redemption team of
That could.
undrafted players each
I'm not
split.
gonna lie, chat. That could go crazy.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Two undrafted teams. They do a required play-in tournament in the middle of the season for no good reason, and then the winner of that, they get seeded in the playoffs. Because, that makes sense.
Nah, see it in that makes. It has to be mid-season though.
Yeah, yeah.
Nah,
Oh,
redemption team would go crazy though.
oh, golly. All right. Now,
Damn.
I guess we got one thing left to do.
But
It's,
congrats to everyone who got drafted, though. I think there's some really strong teams.
mm-hmm.
We won't dwell on the undrafted too much. It is unfortunate, but I think strong teams all around. Very interested to see how they officialize their rosters on their roles. I don't know if they have to like declare anywhere or not, but
Nope.
a lot of interesting things happening. We'd love to see how it shapes up going into it. Yeah.
Anyone that do you have a winner? Which team's winning? Call it now.
Oh, let me yeah, give me a sec to let me run through real quick. I want to give I can give a real quick, very biased, very early on, look at the teams. I think one back down's team, Savior obviously being unknown to me, but I think that team looks very solid all around. I'd almost give that like an 8.
Mm-hmm.
John Dye's team, honestly, it's almost all unknown, so it's hard for me to even say anything. I think that team looks to be maybe middle of the pack just based on reloads, but again, I literally three of them I've never seen play at all. Um, any team with Neversaw I think is always going to be very strong. Especially Neversaw Bouncy looked to be very strong. Maybe get that like a 6-7. Nico Thim,
Yeah.
Blob, love that combo. I'm not sure how they're gonna roll it. I think that team looks solid too. Maybe middle, upper middle. Owen's team, I actually think I don't know how Gator Isos are gonna play it, but I think that team I mean, I also voted Owen team to be the best team last split, and he definitely failed me big time and ended up being a horrible team. So I don't want to put all my eggs in that basket again. But again, I'm just on paper, this team at so far it looks to be number one that I've gone down. But let me keep going. Pyrosis, that team also looks solid. I mean, almost all these teams look pretty solid. Nightmares team, that top side looks insane. I think that's the number one top three for sure.
Yeah.
Um, Gob's team, I think, is also looks very strong. Right now, I'm thinking Owen and Gob's team, top two. Maybe we won't back down's top three. You can never count on Gumby. Too Easy's team. Dude, we'll see how Too Easy we'll see how Too Easy's team fares that. It looks solid. I think that team has a lot of potential. I think also the team has the potential to implode. So we'll see
Yeah.
how that goes. Considering they're going to off-roll David, it looks like. And then finally, Gar's team, honestly, biggest mystery. Just because I don't know how their
I don't
roles
know
are going to shape
anything
up. They
about
have
them.
like, yeah, they're going to have like 3 people off-road, it looks like, or something. So I'm not sure. So I think initially, I'm going to say it's between, I think Owen, Loco, and Won't Back Down team, I think are top 3 for me right now. That's my pre-initial, post draft. That's my top 3. If I had
I
to pick one, I think I might go with. I don't even know. I might just go. I'll go with
pick
Gumby.
one.
Just it's always safe to pick Gumby. I'll pick Gumby if I had to pick one, but that's my top
Uh,
3.
give me. Ooh, give me Tate's team. I think. I think that team's gonna go
Bottom
crazy.
3, I'll do it. I
I
don't
think
care.
they're
I'll do
winning.
bottom 3 right now.
No, I think
Uh,
they're winning it all.
who Tate's
Oh,
team?
oh, yeah.
I think, I think bottom 3. I'll say Gar's team. I just don't. I
That's
don't know
crazy.
how their off roads are gonna work. Their off roads are too big of a mystery to me. I'm not saying these teams can't figure it out, but if Too Easy's, call me out, I'll never back down from the challenge. So I'm going Gar. I'm
You won't
going
back
Too
down?
Easy's team. I will back down. I won't back down. I go Too Easy's team. Tubby mid. I ain't gonna lie. True, buddy might get cooked this split. And I'm gonna go John Dye just because there's too many unknowns there. Teams with all friends might never, might not, sometimes don't always pan out. So that's my bottom 3. Too easy forced it. Don't feel no type of way.
Oh, I already closed the tab, X-ray. I'm sorry.
What was that spin? Did that spin
I
mean
was
anything?
spinning for the numbers for which team is which number. Uh,
Oh,
so that like when
got
I
you.
already have
Just
the
so there's something. Yeah.
schedule, so that I just do team numbers. It's easier. Um, but all right, I think that concludes the draft. Thanks for tuning in,
Yeah.
everybody. Thank you, Jason, for joining me.
Anytime.
Hell yeah. Good luck to all the teams. I'm sure I will have some of you bitching at me very soon.
Love it.
Bye!
Bye bye.